welcome back to episode 5 of Josh's Junk, starring me and Lucas. This is Lucas's favorite topic.
Oh, man.
Lucas loves when I do my weekly NFL picks.
Oh, I hate football. You should too.
Lucas loves it. If you remember last week, I told you guys to start your rookie players in fantasy. Guess what? Almost every rookie went off this week. Keep listening. My tip for this next week, play Tom Brady.
A shocker.
They're not going to lose again. I promise you that. Get into my picks. After watching week 1, I learned absolutely nothing because it's week 1. Everything can be a fluke at this point. People overreact way too much. If we're going off what happened in week 1, the Rams will be playing the Jaguars in the Super Bowl. That doesn't even sound right.
I thought the Bengals were going there.
The Bengals haven't scored a touchdown in 2 games.
Do they even have a shot?
It's not looking good. They're already 0-2.
No, man, could they go to the Super Bowl right now,
the Bengals,
still losing both those games?
Yeah.
Or would you have to, win every single game?
They need to win quite a bit more. Yeah. But they play Green Bay next, so they're probably going to lose that as well. Get into this week. A couple's really simple. I won't really elaborate on those. The ones that are kind of tough, I'll elaborate a little bit. Patriots over Saints. Patriots don't lose 2 games in a row. Saints are pretty terrible on defense, as you saw Monday night. The Ravens beat the Browns. Sorry, Lexi, they're still the Browns.
Browns suck.
Panthers beat the Bills. They're just better. Cardinals over the Colts. The Colts might have the worst roster in the NFL. Tennessee beats Jacksonville. They're not very good, Lucas. They won 1 game.
I'll take your word for it.
The Eagles beat Kansas City, who's not very good, even though they beat New England. You'll see them get beat by Philadelphia. The Vikings will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll get their first L of the year.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
The Buccaneers, playing their first game, will beat the Bears because the Bears are awful. The Chargers will beat the Dolphins. Raiders will beat the Jets, no brainer. Cowboys versus Denver should be a good one. Dak's the difference for me. Trevor Simeon's not a very good quarterback. Seattle beats the 49ers because they're awful. No quarterback, no defense, nothing. They'll barely win 2 games. Falcons beat Green Bay. Matt Ryan at home. Opening of a brand new $1 billion stadium. They're not going to try to open that with a loss.
That's a $1 billion stadium?
Yeah, something like that. They spent way too much money on stadium.
Freaking stupid.
And the Giants will beat the Lions.
I mean, you can play football in your backyard.
Beckham is expected to play. So, if he plays, Giants win.
David Beckham, the soccer
No,
player?
Odell Beckham. You're in the wrong sport.
They're both football.
How my picks are going to work, what we do is we record podcasts on Fridays. And we were going to release them
Monday through Wednesday, depending on how many you
So
make.
I want you guys to look at that date right there. It's Friday, September 15th. My picks ain't staged. So Tuesday, Monday, when this is out, you can compare what actually happened to my picks. I can't change them. They're already here.
Oh, because football's on Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to skip the Thursday night games this year because, like I said, we record Friday. It's impossible for me to predict. I mean, I could predict, I think the Rams beat the 49ers, but a lot of things can happen in a week, so we'll just skip that overall. College this week, there's 1 big game. I got Louisville beating Clemson. Ohio State lost last week, which was great. Lucas got to see how good they really are.
Yeah, I saw that
38-13 later. Lucas looks at me, not a big football fan. He's like, I thought Ohio State was supposed to be good.
I kept trying to figure out why you're rooting against Ohio State. Then I saw your Michigan helmet sitting on top of your
Yeah, go blue. OSU. They lost. The Bengals haven't scored a touchdown. Ohio State. The Browns might be the best team in Ohio in football right now.
Pretty embarrassing loss too, wasn't it?
At home.
Opening match.
Huh?
Opening match.
Second game. But Ohio State didn't play nobody relevant week 1. Like normal, they schedule like Franklin High School and Valley View High School and teams that are probably barely better than them. Then they play somebody like Oklahoma and lose. Fantasy wise, last week I lost in 3 out of my 4 leagues.
Man, I thought you were supposed to be on top. You're giving people advice
4
and you're
leagues
losing.
is very difficult to handle. I recommend if you're in multiple leagues, try to get the same players because it is hard to manage when you're playing. In one league, you have a person. In the other league, you're playing against them. So you're screwed if he does good and you're screwed if you don't.
I guess.
So it's really weird.
But if you had the same strategy in all of them, I don't know how it works, but if you had the same strategy in all of them, what if you lost, you'd lose in all 4?
Yeah. All or nothing.
All or nothing.
Speaking
You either
of all or
win or you
nothing,
lose.
Give a shout out to Joe Parr. He won his first fantasy game this week.
Was it against you?
No. I won that's the one I won. I won by 50.
Hmm.
Joe won his first fantasy game in week 1, which means he's already topped his win total from last year. Congratulations to Joe and his 1 win. It might be his last. Joe don't win very much.
If only you could check our parts a little bit better.
Yeah, well, that's neither here or there. Joe, we'll try to keep it entertaining for you. Just about as entertaining as it is when you try to set a proper lineup for your fantasy team. What else is there, Lucas? What else is going on this weekend?
Sports related?
Sports related.
The
The Indians' 22-game winning streak just got ended.
We got the golf game for the Xbox and I absolutely suck at it.
Playing Rory McIlroy and Lucas is pretty terrible at it.
I'm pretty mad I can't play Tiger Woods.
There's some fight tonight, but or tomorrow. I don't care about UFC or whatever.
That's over with.
The McGregor thing was enough.
Him and his, what he won, like $8 trillion or
To
something.
get his ass kicked, yeah. But my predictions so far, I did like my year-long predictions. The only one I feel terrible about so far is I had the Bengals in the playoffs, and they haven't scored a touchdown in 2 games. So there's time, but guys, get it together. Jets, keep doing what you're doing. The Jets got beat pretty badly.
Last week you completely just dogged the Jets, and here
I picked them to go winless, and they lost.
Yeah,
So
you should just said the Bengals.
the Bengals won't go winless.
On record. Now what if they do?
I don't care. I don't like the Bengals.
We're gonna add these up. See how.
We'll see.
I mean, you called out Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated's a joke anyway.
All right, doubling up on your first original
What
statement.
other place gotta send you free magazines to get you
I still don't know how I got those free magazines. Although, I mean, they all go in the trash except that one episode every single year. Swimsuit.
I'm sure people are shocked that that's the one you keep.
They're slacking on their covers lately. Like the people they get to model now these days, ugh. High standards.
Had a few people with issues with my predictions last week that wanted to come on at some point. None had the courage to come on this week.
Did you
even though I
invite
invited
them?
them?
Oh, did
Yes.
you? Okay. So
Joe,
you can't
I'm
come on
waiting.
if you didn't invite them.
Yeah, I mean, I provide everything for you. I have chairs and everything. It'll be great. Just when you get dominated, you have to sign a waiver. You can't sue.
We should buy some boxes of tissues. That way, when they start
And we're
crying,
we'll put it on the table next time.
yeah, and wipe their
Joe's a
tears away.
Bengals fan, and he thinks LeBron is great, so he has enough problems. And he's like 28 and has like 14 kids, so he impregnates women by touching their shoulder. So we used to tell him at work.
This could get confusing because we're talking about two different Joes.
They're both like that. Except one Joe can't get laid.
Oh man, we got 3 Joes. 4 Joes.
Well, one Joe we know can't get laid because he's too busy talking about conspiracy theories.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with conspiracy theories.
Won't be on this podcast. But anyways, Lucas, you got anything to add? What's going on with you this weekend?
I hate sports and I hate people.
Lucas is pretty consistent. He said them views for years. Lucas's only true likes are pennies, Tecate, and other people's being miserable.
That's not true. I like it when people are happy.
No, you
As
don't.
long as I'm happier.
Selfish.
Alright, this is a wrap on this episode?
Yeah. I mean, every week I'm going to do my picks. It's pretty much my picks, fantasy advice, kind of if there's any relevant college games going on.
Who do you want to see win this week? Sunday.
The Patriots need to win. They
Like
won yet.
the top 3 teams you want to see win this week.
I want to see the Browns beat Baltimore, but I don't think it'll happen, but that'd be great. I want to see the Eagles beat Kansas City, and I want to see Dallas beat Denver.
Because last weekend you said Dallas was going to the Super Bowl.
They'll be there. They won last week.
For sure.
That's
You're dead set on Dallas.
Well, yeah, it's week 2. It'd be dumb to pull it now. Dallas is like the best looking team last week.
Like every year, doesn't everybody want Dallas to go to the Super Bowl?
Normally, yeah, and they lose in the
Nostalgia.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's scared of Tom Brady. They're like, well, do we just lose now, or do we lose on the biggest stage ever?
One day he's going to be like 85 years old, and his arm is going to be rubber,
And
and
he's like, I got my 15th.
he'll be throwing footballs with his left hand because this one's so worn
He'll
out.
be like, I got my 15th ring.
What the custom made toe rings because he ran out of fingers.
20 rings. I'm not retiring till I get 20. But yeah, this is pretty much a wrap for this episode. Still waiting for Moo's Point's response to our last podcast. Wonder what irrelevant shit they'll have to say about that.
We're great.
AJ Styles was so good. He got carried by John Cena for 3 different feuds because the first 2 couldn't get him over enough. So what do? Let's do it again. They milked the shit out of it. So yes, AJ Styles fans, he's a star in your eyes, but John Cena made him that way. And what's he doing? Mid-card. Like I said. Ben, you're still wrong. Just because you think I'm wrong makes you more wrong. This is Josh's Junk, and I'm never wrong.
Y'all need to grow up and just admit that Rock is the best wrestler ever.
The Tooth Fairy.
Hey, he was more of a man in the Tooth Fairy than John Cena ever will be.
Rock's on, man. All right.
He's a hero.
Lucas is getting out of control. It's probably past his bedtime.
That's for sure.
We will leave you with that. Leave us feedback. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Josh's Junk, one word.
Let us know what
Right.
you think. Please leave some comments.
Joe, quit creating fake accounts to leave us comments and pretending like we can't figure out who you are.
You need like Joe 1, 2, and 3 and just call out Joe.
Joe Davis LeBron still sucks, dude. What happened last year? LeBron. Disappointing. Just like the Bengals. Just like America.
Peace.